I'm GD Fenderson, Certified Forensic Humourist, and welcome to Critical Joke Theory. Before I lost my job, technically I didn't lose my job. I know where it is. It's in the same building on the same floor where I left it. In fact, I left it there intending to do my job again the next day. The thing is, I learned that it wasn't my job. It was their job. They were just letting me do it for a few years. Now they want someone else to do it. At least for a little while. Someone who can do it without crashing into things. Well, good luck with that. As I was saying, before I lost my job, I was having a philosophical discussion with some coworkers about why the letters of the alphabet are arranged in the order that they are. We had differing theories. One guy said that the order is arranged alphabetically. His proof is that the letter J was the last letter added, but wound up 10th in the order. And why else would one put the last letter 10th? More proof? Alaska was the last state, but it's the second when you list the states, and it's at the top of the map. This argument has its merits, but that's like saying that numbers are in that order because it's numerical. And the letter A isn't in any of them until you get to 1000. Go ahead and check. I'll wait. Another theory was that the order is based on versatility. Again, not without its merits. What you can do with the A compared to a Z is amazing. Of course, there's the popular theory that the order is based on nutritional value. This on its face is absurd. Anyone who has ever had to eat their words knows how unfulfilling it is. And those are words. Letters would have even less fulfilling. Try eating a single D. After a few moments, it becomes apparent that a D is like any other comfort food. Satisfying at first, but neither filling or fulfilling. Still, it is a popular theory and pastime. My theory is that the order of the letters is actually based on their atomic weight. And to prove this, we took several cartons of complete sets of letters, to the top of our 7-story building. The plan was to repeat the Sir Isaac Newton experiment by dropping each letter, uppercase only, since it appears that the lowercase letters follow the same order. We drop them from the top of the building and measure the amount of time it takes for each to reach the ground. Of course, this experiment would best be served if conducted in a vacuum, but we only had access to dustbusters at work. We had to wait for the wind to die down so as to 1. Remove the surface area of each letter as a factor, and 2. Keep the smoke and ashes and embers from our joints from blowing back into our faces. We wanted to minimize the effect that pot will have on this experiment. The surprising thing about the results of the experiment is that I and you are very similar. And in fact, they're more similar than previously expected. It's obvious that you is bent out of shape and I is not. Otherwise, you and I are essentially the same. We never got to discuss whether you call in sick or out sick. My personal hatred for Liberty Mutual aside, they have a commercial that I find really stupid. It's the one where Limu, Emu, and Doug are trying to get a helicopter, but are denied. Afterwards, Doug says, I guess we're walking it. Or something like that. Why? Why did they have to walk? I understand they didn't get the helicopter, but why did they have to walk? What did they do to the previous car that was so bad that Liberty Mutual can't replace it? Or won't replace it? I mean, how bad could it be if they're still working for Liberty Mutual? And why won't Liberty Mutual at least put them in a rental? Give them a bus pass or something. But to make them walk? Basically, Liberty Mutual can't treat their employees right. How do we expect them to treat us right? Like I said, personal hatred for Liberty Mutual set aside. The people behind Facebook changed the name of their parent company to Meta. I wish I could change my name every time I fucked up. I'd still have a job, a different name, but I'd still have a paycheck and benefits. Who knows? Maybe the new me would even have better luck. To celebrate the new name and image, Meta released a commercial. The commercial was based on a classic French painting called Tiger Fighting a Water Buffalo. In the painting, it is clear that the tiger has its teeth around the buffalo's neck. The tiger's paws on the buffalo's back, and the buffalo is doomed. Once the painting realizes that it is being observed, the tiger releases the buffalo and pretends that they are friends and that he meant no harm. Just kidding. Sorry, it's Facebook. JK. That is Facebook in a nutshell. It has a stranglehold on our lives, slowly choking the life out of society with our help. And as soon as it gets called out for the harm it does, it lets go of our necks and pretends that there's nothing to see here. Did you notice that the tiger didn't let the buffalo go free? That's right. And we're not free from Facebook. The difference is that the tiger is still called the tiger. My cat still wakes me up at 2:30 in the morning, because to her it's 3:30. It feels like 3:30. It looks like 3:30. According to her belly, it's 3:30. It must be 3:30. Time to go out. It's not 3:30 though. It's only 2:30. And no matter how much she yowls, and scratches, and paces, and jumps on and off the bed, it's still 2:30. The bars have only been closed for 30 minutes, and those animals are still on their way home, making it unsafe for my animal to be outside. True, we live on a dead-end road, but on more than one occasion, I have driven to the wrong house after hours, usually the house of an ex. The point is, why do we still have daylight saving time? It's already proven that it's not needed. It's already noted that accidents increase drastically the first week after time change. I know safety is not valued in our society, so screw safety. Forget safety. Almost everyone loves their pets. End this madness for the pets and the people that love them. Pet owners unite. Stop torturing our pets. They don't understand why their little bellies say it's dinner time, but the clock on the microwave, if you know how to change it, says wait for an hour. The only thing they understand is that they're hungry. And we're torturing them by making them wait. Or you can try to explain it to them. You can say, hey look, I know your belly says it's dinner time, but we turned the time back an hour for us. Because Mother Nature's clock isn't good enough for us. We have to have our own time. We're the only species that does it. Matter of fact, we're probably the only country that does it. I can't think of any other country that does it. And not every state in the United States turns back time. And there are some states where the state turns back, but only 1 or 2 counties don't. So let's stop this madness. Stop it. If for no other reasons than do it for our pets, leave our clocks alone.